Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing a pair of boots, actually two pairs of boots sent from OTB. So I've got a couple of boots from OTB that were sent to me to do a review. Generally speaking, I only do gear reviews after I've kind of seen the product, used the product, whatnot. But this time around, I would like to open them on camera so you guys know what I'm getting. And I'm going to do a review after a couple of weeks of use. So first things first, the OTB Flex 8s. So these look like a traditional military boot. Looks like they're gonna, hit all your regulation requirements. I'm not super familiar with those anymore, but they look like just general in-reg boots. This is the tread pattern. They look pretty standard, so I guess we'll see. The next ones I have here are the Carbon 8s. And I'm already telling that these are much lighter. Different tread patterns on the bottom, but a much lighter boot. Look to be just about the same as far as the upper part. They look very similar, if with not too much variation. So we will see how they perform over the course of a couple weeks, and I'll report back. I've had some time to wear these and to test them out, so let's dive in. The first boot they sent me was the M8 Flex 8. That denotes that it's an 8-inch model, which is a higher boot as opposed to a 6-inch. And like I said, I've worn these for a couple of weeks. They've got some pretty standout features, so we're going to talk about those in just a moment. So first off, the level of comfort is pretty solid. Right out of the box, they fit pretty well, and they didn't have any discomfort during their wear. The interior cushion is cushioned just enough to keep your feet pretty comfortable throughout the day. So whether you're on your feet all day or just walking around, they'll be pretty comfortable for you. So these boots are pretty durable as well from my use. It also is pretty perforated at the tongue, so that allows the boot to breathe a lot more than others. You have some perforations on the side. All the stitching looks pretty good as well. Now when it comes to the design, these are pretty basic, but there's nothing flashy or over the top about them. So these are not packed with a ton of features, but sometimes that simplicity is what you want in a boot. These are pretty low maintenance. They focus on comfort, durability, and support. One thing I'll say is these are very aggressive treads on the bottom here of the sole. They are not lacking grip, and this will be perfect for muddy, rainy, mountainous climbs. These boots have performed very well for me in different environments. I've taken these to the range. I've gone to work in these. I have hiked in these, and they have done what I wanted them to do. For the OTB Flex 8s, I would say this was a great boot for somebody looking for something just to wear around. If you're, say, in a colder environment, I think this would be a great boot because, again, the grip. If you're looking for something that is aggressive but yet simple, I would definitely suggest this. Be great for in garrison. This is aimed for military and law enforcement usage. And I would definitely use this on a SWAT team, and I would certainly have used this when I was in the Army because it is pretty lightweight. I think these weigh 1.8 pounds per the company's website per pair of men's size 10. So really not a heavy boot, breathes well, comfortable, supportable. Overall, these are a great pair of boots, and I would suggest these boots for anybody that's in the market. So these boots here, these are the Carbon 8s. These are a special boot, in my opinion. The minute I picked them up, I realized how lightweight they were, and I realized they were not your typical law enforcement or military boot. So first thing, again, these things are incredibly lightweight. I was genuinely surprised when I first put these on. You can really feel the difference compared to a traditional boot, such as the Flex 8s. According to the website, a size 10, a pair is 1.4 pounds. So they're extremely light. They're also incredibly special because they're actually a carbon plated midsole. So this is similar to what you would find in a marathon running shoe. This carbon plate is supposed to help the the sole bounce back into place, and it allows your feet to kind of have like a spring underneath of them. This is also a really breathable boot, right? These boots are just perforated along the tongue. They're perforated along the sides. So not only do these boots perform pretty well, they look pretty sharp as well. I think these boots look pretty cool. And sometimes that actually does matter. So with these boots, I also wore these on the range, and I've worn them just working. If I had to choose one of these two boots, I would choose the Carbon 8. I just love how lightweight it is. I love how breathable it is, even in the cooler months. Because I'm here in Virginia, it's not super cold. I would definitely take these guys. These are super sweet boots. And I'm not knocking at all on the Flex 8s. I just really like the Carbon 8s that they sent me. They're just stylish. They're breathable. They have some technology in them that's pretty next level. So I would suggest, if you're in the market for a pair of boots, the OTB M Carbon 8s are a great option for footwear. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, follow for more gear reviews, because I'll definitely be bringing some more to the table here. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear them. Stay safe, stay comfortable. I'll see you out there.